Hey guys, welcome back to OverLand. My name is Chad, and today we're going to be leaving the Finger Lakes region and heading over to Greene, New York, where we're hopefully going to meet up with Neil from Endless Adventures. Our schedules are a little tight, and we might be about a day apart, so we're going to see if we can make that work. But anyways, let's jump in, get going. We found a pretty good spot. We're just parked over here on the other side of this pond out in this farmer's field. Actually, it's TK Construction. This is their lot. As you can see, there's a beautiful friggin' location, little harvest host action. This is a nice little pond. Tractor. They even supply a porta potty, which is kind of crazy. You know, the owners of the property, that's their trailer. And then they have another pad on the other side. So there's two pads, one for the owner, one for the thing, and then there's plenty of flat parking over on the other side there. The old wind's kicking up out there. It's like we're supposed to get some thunderstorms this afternoon. But we're just, you know, the digital nomadic lifestyle. The breeze is blowing around inside the truck. Editing a video. There's a lot of dog hair flying around in this place. Well, and it wasn't long before the winds changed our blue skies to gray, and we were treated to one of nature's beautiful aerial shows. Another little thunderstorm going across the pond. That's a good one. Second night in a row. We've actually been here for 2 nights now. It's time to leave this picturesque little pond. And look who we got hiding behind the other trailer. That's Neil's truck over there. If you haven't checked out Endless Adventure on YouTube, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Anyways, he got in late last night. Unfortunately, only had a short, maybe hour and a half to chit-chat before he had to go to bed. We had to go to bed because we have an early morning run to the next location so we can get Michelle online to work. It's just a beautiful morning. Sun coming up, the dew's on the ground. So we headed up the 120 miles up to just northwest of Albany. Okay, we're here at the Great Sacandaga, I almost spelling that right, or saying that right, Brewery. Kind of backed in here in the back of their parking lot. We're gonna wait until they open at 3. Don't know how long we're gonna be here because I pulled in and then I shut the truck down, went to start it up to pull forward a little bit because I'm a little far back. And push button, nothing. So I think we either have an overheating solenoid because I don't even get a click. So I'm gonna check the voltages and we'll see how that's see if it's just an overheating issue on the or on the starter. Yeah, we're gonna find out. Wish us luck. I don't know, must be a heat thing because we got it. It came on. Yeah. Sorry, monkey. We're not going anywhere. Oh, that smile just disappeared. All right. So we decided to head inside and meet Colossus the bouncer. And Sky decided to enjoy the wonderful air conditioning and the cold concrete before getting probably one of the best sunsets I've seen in a very long time from the top of the truck. It's been explained to me that it's not really an overlanding channel if you're not, you know, showing food and, you know, drone footage of your truck driving in and out of places. So, scrambled eggs, yum, cheese, there you go. There's your food. I'm not going to do that. The next day we continued our easterly trek over to a truck stop. and took a wonderful picture of Sky with the I Love New York sign. With shooting stars being considered good luck, it was really cool when we rolled into Scotlander Brewing and set up a time lapse of the sunset that we caught that meteor.
I can't believe how those stupid little waffle, yeah. They get more use than I think our home waffle maker did. Is he making breakfast, Sky? Is he right there? She's like, yes, he is making breakfast.
I'm on it. I'll be on it.
Puppy's helping. Puppy's there in case he drops something delicious into my dish. Or just your typical Friday morning in the camper.
That's right.
Every other morning it's smoothies, which we're fine with.
Wandering around aimlessly trying to find a place to walk the dog. Came across this park, historic park. So of course all closed. There was a major storm that came through here and knocked down a bunch of trees. But there's a Cooper's Cave. So we're gonna go figure out what that is. Okay, now I know. So it was where the Cooper got his idea for The Last of the Mohicans. So the book, which later became a movie. So interesting. Now we know. Once we got back to Scotlander Brewing, Sky decided she was going to leave us and go move in with some locals. I gotta say, of all the harvest hosts we've hit so far, this Scotlander Brewing, that's been the one that feels most like the home brewery, the one that you want to be, I mean, come on. It's a gorgeous little spot. They do their own hops. It's a beautiful view. Nice little spot tucked away right at the top of the driveway. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So if you're ever in this area, I'll put a link on it. I'll put a link to this place down in the description. So if you're in upstate New York, definitely come check this place out. It's really cool. In an effort to get out of some of the heat, we ended up pushing 220 miles to get closer to the coast and drove over to Funky Bow Brewing just southwest of Portland, Maine, where we were able to ditch the truck and take the Jeep over to dip our toes in the Atlantic Ocean. We also took the gratuitous trip up into Portland, where we stopped at the Portland Lobster Company and had a famous lobster roll. The next morning, we took a 120-mile drive up to Skowhegan, Maine, which, based off the population that we interacted with, I can only consider as probably the meth capital of Maine. But the Brickyard Hollow did actually have good beer. So the town was supposed to be a fairly historic area, so we took a little wander around the town, checked out some of the local sites, like some of the Old Mill Pub, and ran into our first problem. Okay, 200 miles and the front of the tow vehicle looks like this. So I think it might be time to change that old pinion seal, huh? Well, it's still leaking, so can't be empty, right? But that would have to be for a later time. We had a few sketchy encounters as we walked around town with some of the locals, so we ended up driving off to find another spot, and we parked up in a airfield as a harvest host, which was pretty interesting. Even comes with a complimentary loaner bicycle. So it's not every day you get to park at an active airport. We are tucked in right next to the hangar. It's so cool. We're sitting on the top of the truck, just watching the sunset across the airfield. That's pretty freaking cool. We're almost as tall as the hangar. It's kind of wild. Well, we woke up to a drizzly, rainy morning here in the airfield. I called around. Looks like we got a company that we're going to do both front and rear pinion seals and check and see if our breathers are blocked, because we're burning through a pinion seal about every 5,000 miles, which is not correct. And when the front of the car looks like that, you know something's not right, and you can see it dripping off the undercarriage. So I have the pinion seals, I have the tools, but I'm laying on somebody else's ground, so I don't want to be that guy that breaks, that ruins it for everybody else. So we're just going to take it to the shop and have them do it. Anyway, I'm gonna have some more coffee and start my day. Well, wouldn't you know it, look where we're parked. Get those pinion seals taken care of. These damn trucks are expensive when you don't have a shop to work on them. Well, we're walking through the truck stop because, well, out walking Sky. And Michelle and I had just some of the worst sushi we've ever had in our lives.
Terrible.
It was freaking awful. But yeah, we're heading back to the Best Western because our truck is still in the shop. Our pinion seals came in, and then about, I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock this afternoon, I got a call from Midwest Military asking if I'd received my parts, and I was like, I don't know, let me call the shop. I saw that the truck was moved into the shop, and it turns out they'd shipped me somebody else's bushings as well. So they're in the cab. I called the shop and they said they put them in the cab, so I gotta box those up and send them back. So, whoops. So after checking into the last available hotel room and discovering it was 85 degrees inside and the air conditioner was making more racket than a toddler with a stainless steel spoon, we opened up the ice machine, which aka the air conditioning, to find it was a solid block of ice. So we went ahead and thawed that out before we went to bed. Got a nice clean pinion seal back there. Axle's all cleaned up. Got the same up front, nice and shiny. Plenty of rust prevention sprayed all over. So yeah, at this rate we'll be good for another 5,000 miles. So with fresh pinion seals and a lighter wallet, we headed out to the only place that we could find that was available, which turned out to be the Walmart in Bangor, Maine. So we stayed at the Walmart for a day while Michelle worked, and then headed out first thing in the morning and driving the last 34 miles over to the Mount Desert Narrows campground, which we will be staying at for the next 2.5 weeks. Or so we thought. I ended up changing our reservations. I booked us for the month. It was $300 cheaper. We'd initially booked for 2.5 weeks because we wanted to have a stable base of operations while Michelle was on call. But it turned out that it was cheaper to purchase a month than 2.5 weeks. So we booked a month. This is Overlanding in the Northeast. We are just outside Acadia National Park. We are just northwest of Bar Harbor at a Thousand Trails RV park. We are jammed up in here in the trees. We do have Starlink. We do not have power or water at our location. So they're calling the maintenance, and what the hell kind of bug was that? Well, in case you were wondering, it was a biting black fly. So it has been dealt with. I have moved on. We are now out on the water in front of the truck. So if you've made it this far in this video, I want to say thanks for watching. For the new subscribers that we have, welcome, and it's good to see you. We finally made 6,000 subscribers, which is, 5,997 more subscribers than I expected, so that's been a positive. But anyways, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.